Good afternoon, ladies. How are you?
We're
Hi.
wonderful.
Welcome back, Wendy. Welcome back, Sharon. And we have Bonnie joining us today. So Bonnie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Bonnie, originally from Brooklyn. Now I live in Atlanta. I consider myself a apple peach pie.
Apple peach.
I'm an apple peach pie. Okay. And worked for U-Haul for too many years. So that's my story.
Well, welcome, Bonnie. So can you tell us, have you had any adventures, any dates lately? Been on any exciting dates?
I have a good one. So for the whole month of September, I was dating virtually, but not even looking, more like orally. I don't hope that sounds right.
Wait. Orally,
Spoken.
you mean you're having verbal conversation?
Thank you. Thank you.
Because oral takes us to a whole nother level.
That's what I said. I was like, it started out nice, and it was always good morning, good evening, hey, it's the afternoon, how you doing? Monday through Friday, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cute. And then 7 a.m. in the morning, the gentleman called and he says, hey, I want to tell you something. I want to be really honest with you. You ready for me to be really honest with you? And I was like, oh, okay. Right. Anyway, the really honest thing was, I think, what could have been the test. Anyway, it was a Wallapalooza sexual comment. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm not even repeating that.
Wait, so it was that far-fetched.
Oh, it made my mouth drop. Okay. Now I am not a woman. Okay. I'm probably older than all of y'all. Don't care if you know it or don't know it. But so I'm not afraid to say anything or do anything. I'm like, been there, done that. But if I don't know you and I'm just talking to you, I'm never going to come out of my mouth and say something in reply to maybe something someone said to me that's off kilter, right? So it really kind of shocked me, dropped my mouth, and I was like, didn't know actually what to say or how to react, right? Conversation went on for an hour with me still being in shock. It went to different phases and different this and different that. So anyway, I'm telling my girlfriend the next day and I'm like, I don't know what I got into like that. She said, well, it's just a phone call. I said, yep, you're right. So then we talked a couple more times after that. And then yesterday, I realized Thursday and Friday. Okay, I'm sorry, because today is Sunday. I realized Thursday and Friday I hadn't heard from him. So on Thursday, I just left a message thinking it was me, didn't call. One of us will usually call. So I just said, oh, well, maybe it was me. So I says, hey, didn't forget about you, but was really busy. Here's a big good night, right? Then Friday, I called and I was in the car when I called and it sounded like a woman answered the phone, right? But then it was like it dropped. And then the car was talking to me and the car was saying, I can't hear you. You need to turn the air conditioner down or you need to turn the radio down. I'm not understanding what you're saying. So I let the car go on with its little jabber. And when it stopped, then I called back and I got the voicemail, right? And then later that day, I got a voicemail that said that, and he always said the same thing. Hi, Bonnie, today is such and such a time and it's such and such a day, whatever. And he says, but I don't want to play with your feelings because I wouldn't want anybody to play with my feelings. And I've decided that I don't think I want to have a relationship at this time. So he says, I enjoyed talking to you. Be safe. Bye-bye. That was it.
So wait,
a whole month.
So you said he called you one morning at 7 a.m. and then started talking. He woke you up to talk about sex or something?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so the conversation went on for a whole hour with him talking about sex?
Mm-hmm. And he kept telling me I wasn't giving him the right answers. And I kept saying, well, I don't know what to tell you because you really shocked me with this. Because all the time before, he was always a gentleman, never anything. In fact, I felt like it was getting boring. I was like, now where is this going? You know, it's like weeks and weeks and like a whole month of September, you know, and I was like, okay, this is getting boring to me. And then that phone call came in and it kind of like threw me off. So I didn't quite know what to think, definitely didn't know what to say, and wasn't going to say anything because I don't know you like that. You know, if I did, the conversation would have maybe been interesting. But at any rate, after that conversation, I figured maybe that must have been a test. Maybe he wanted me to say something really, you know, provocative to what he said to me. You know,
That was interesting, Fonnie. We're going to come back to that because we're going to dissect that just a little bit. But I want to just remind everybody that we are women who, we are women in our prime. We are dating, looking to date, looking to be in relationships. We are all over 50, and we are just, you know, chatting about our adventures, just talking about things that, you know, make our world go round as far as when it comes to dating and whatnot. So we're looking for love. We are all looking for love, and we're not sure if we're looking in the right places. Maybe we shouldn't be looking at all. So, you know, if you can help give us some insight, we are more than welcome. You are more than welcome to do that. But we last week we were talking about, you know, just being more forthcoming and opening up when you meet someone. You know, don't be cold and standoffish. Wendy reminded us that she met a gentleman. Well, she kind of met she probably could have met a gentleman in the store if she pretended like she drank beer. Well, anyway, but
if I had a witty comeback.
So she didn't have a witty comeback. So we need some witty comebacks, I guess. Right. And Sharon reminded us that we all need to level up. So we talked about that, and we were all supposed to go out after our last conversation and go to the store or something to that effect, where we could possibly meet a gentleman, or just kind of, I don't know, browse around the store. It just looked like I guess we were just gonna look like we were looking for a man, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, Sharon, what do you think about that? How did you find your leveling up? Were you able to level up at all?
Well,
I think you're frozen, Sharon.
Are we frozen?
No, Sharon's frozen.
I know, but I'm saying to her, do we look frozen?
We can't hear you, Sharon. Okay.
Sharon, we lost you.
All right, Sharon, we're gonna come back to you. Wendy, did you have an opportunity to go out last week?
I did not have an opportunity to go out last week. I actually thought that I had COVID last week, but
no.
Yeah. So I didn't, you know, risk going out too much last week. I did go out today to the grocery store. And I tried to smile, you know, over my mask. I tried to make my eyes smile.
Make your eyes smiles.
Yeah, but no real progress made on the leveling up front this week.
And you know what? And that's okay. We're gonna keep on moving forward, because our goal is to eventually, you know, find out where are we supposed to be. That's what we need to find out. Where are we supposed to be? Because we are obviously not where we're supposed to be to meet anyone. So Vonnie, have you thought about that? I know you work at
I work around
so I'm sure you encounter men all the time.
Yeah, I work around a lot of men. And they speak and I speak back, you know. I'm probably not interested. They're the regulars. And, you know, when I am interested, no joke, when I am interested, I go for it. You know, like this guy comes in, he has like the best legs, right? And he comes in them shorts and he's a good looking older gentleman, you know, and I said, you know, you have some beautiful legs like that.
There you go, right there. You're leveling up.
I went in for the gusto, right? And he said, thank you. Don't let my wife hear you say that. So I said, well, she should be happy and proud that someone,
Admires her.
acknowledges your legs. So, okay, he let me know he was married and that was okay. But, immediately I find when I go for the gusto, they run. Then my bosses and them will say when someone's talking to me, I'm not paying them any attention. Like they'll be like, that could have been your husband. And you didn't pay him any attention. And I'm like, probably there's a reason why I didn't pay him any attention. But one of the things I know about me is like if I get dressed, like for me, it's better not to be dressed, because when I get dressed, that's when, how we were saying, men say, what is that word we were saying? Men say that they were nervous to talk to us, or
Right.
we, I forget the word I'm trying to remember.
Intimidating or something like
Intimidated.
that? Intimidating?
Intimidated, yes, exactly, that we intimidate them. So now I find like if I'm walking with a crutch, which I've had to, a cane, or I'm just bummy, that's when everybody talks to me. But if I get dressed and I want to go out, to the store, which I do a lot, that's when I'm intimidating them.
Well,
And
well, you know what, Bonnie, not to cut you off, but maybe it's because when you have the cane, you look like you're in need. So maybe the cane might be the thing. You might need
you pull it out the trunk.
Yeah, you might need to carry the cane a little bit more. Well, Sharon, welcome back. Did you have an opportunity to do any leveling up during the week?
My thing with getting out is not necessarily looking for someone, but just getting out, period. Like they say, nobody's gonna come to your door, but just getting out, not looking, but at least putting yourself out there, and not just dressing down when you're just going out. You might just need some light bulbs, but just not being in a hurry and just being out, period. Because you
No,
can meet someone anywhere.
that is very, very true. And yes, we all definitely agree with that. We're just joking about we're being more intentional about it when we go out. I guess that's what I should say. Being more intentional about it, because yes, normally we go into the store, we get what we get what we have to get, and we kind of just breeze on out, as opposed to you just walking up and down the aisles, checking out some other things. You never know. So I definitely hear you on that. I agree with you 100%. But Bonnie, I just want to get back to you 1 second here. So you spent an hour talking to a gentleman the other day from a sexually explicit standpoint.
Yes.
And then you still had another conversation with them after that?
Yeah, we probably talked the next day, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? Are you at work, or this type of thing. And then after that is when things, I guess, went downhill.
He was an older gentleman?
Not older than me, no.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
I mean, but he's in the age range that we're looking at.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Age range was he, like in his 50s?
No, he was 64.
Oh.
Okay. So he was older.
So Bonnie,
Yeah.
can you share with us, without being too explicit, since we are, public, we will be. Can you share with us kind of what?
Nope.
It was that bad.
Nope. No, I will not.
It's not for public consumption.
Right.
Not for public consumption.
We weren't on
Okay,
air.
I just thought I'd ask.
Right. Yeah. Good question, but no.
I'm
If we weren't on air, I definitely tell you guys.
Yeah.
But it's a little too much.
Sharon, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Was he telling you, without being specific, some things that he wanted to do to you, or what he wanted you to do?
Probably, okay.
And I'm asking that for a reason, just a quick answer. And then
probably, maybe he was trying to get from me what he would want me to do. for him,
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
that's pretty
Okay,
clear.
so he was
Yeah.
just basically talking about some things that he liked, and he was just trying to throwing it out there.
He was telling me some things that was going on at that moment.
Oh, so
And
he was telling you some things that he was doing, basically trying to arouse you, possibly. So
it could have been.
that leads me to my next question. How
Mhm.
do you know, how do you determine when you do meet a gentleman without just straight up asking him? How do you determine if he's someone that's looking for sex,
That's only.
friends with benefits, or is he just looking for a friend, someone to hang out with, or is this person wanting to be married? So how do you determine that before you even
Well, I know
go
I
into,
asked him.
1 second, Bonnie? How do you determine that before you even go further into conversation with him? Wendy, what do you think?
How do you determine that when you meet them, when you first meet them, you're
Right,
saying?
without just asking them straight out. Because if our ultimate goal is to settle down with someone, we don't want to spend our valuable time, with someone that doesn't have the same mindset.
Right. I think it comes out in the conversations and the kind of questions that he would ask you, and you know what I mean? I think that kind of comes out, it unveils itself naturally. Would you
Okay,
agree?
okay. You were to say something, Bonnie?
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, when it started getting boring, when the hello and goodbye and the little conversations we did have started getting boring to me, I literally asked him, I said, what are you looking for, in a relationship? I asked him, and he said, well, I'm looking for somebody, to hang with, to, get together with, and eventually, maybe fall in love with. So sounded like the way in which we were going,
So not
but
necessarily wanting to be married, but he definitely wanted to have permanent companionship, so to speak.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, they
Mhm.
don't usually tell you that they want to get married when you first meet them, though.
No, that's true. You got a point there. What do you
But
think?
if you're looking, excuse me, if you're looking on there, like when you pick that person, right, and you want to conversate with them, usually their profile tells that information, and they pick you because your profile matches their profile
Right.
in respect. You're both saying, hey, I'm just looking for somebody to hang out with, go dancing with, party with, and maybe it could lead to a relationship. That
Right. Well,
basically,
that's easy when you're doing online dating, but if you just meet someone, through a friend or at church or in the supermarket or whatever, that's a different scenario. Any thoughts on that, Sharon?
I think you can tell just from the conversation, like Wendy said, you can tell where something is heading. But then if they come out of left field, to me, that's not a conversation I could have stayed in. If I was uncomfortable, I would have said so, and I would have just been on my way. And I wouldn't really wanted to talk to them much after that. If it was so out of, pocket, that conversation, I would have had to address how I felt about it. And there probably wouldn't have been any other conversations after that.
But I think that that's what happened. I did address that I was shocked, and like he caught me off guard. And my intentions were, when we had our next conversation, had it been longer, I would tell him, like, I don't really know you, so there's no way I could have answered the questions that you were asking me, or the things that maybe you wanted from me, because I don't know you. Like, other than hello, goodbye, how's your day going? That's all the conversation was. So that's what I'm saying. He was like,
Were you guys planning on meeting Bonnie before, eventually, or were you talking
you know
about?
what? This guy was a police officer for 35 years. And I found him to be very evasive. Like, he would question you, and then you would answer the question, and then he would question your answer. But then if you question him, he wouldn't answer the question.
Like a cross-examination?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I found that, sometimes I was like, well, I'll give you a perfect example. when we first started talking, I thought it was so nice that he called me right away and he said, "Oh, I just wanted to wish you a good morning and I hope you have a great day." And I thought that was so sweet. So I said, "Oh, thank you. I think that is so nice." And I put the kissy lips, like the ones behind me, right, on the end of the thing, which I always do, those emojis, right? And then he texts me back and he says, "So do you like to kiss?" So I said,
Well,
well,
he probably took the lips as you're letting him know that that's something that you like, because people use emojis to be descriptive about things they don't want to just say.
Yeah.
I use emojis to be cute. I think it was cute. And he made me actually go back and text him back. Not he made me, but it made me feel like, oh, let me go back and explain this. You know, I only used that emoji because I thought it was cute. Because first I said, well, doesn't everybody like kissing? You know, and
No,
then
everybody does. Everybody does.
no, everybody don't. I don't know. But I said I only used that emoji because I thought it was cute. I thought it was really nice that you called me in the morning to wish me a happy good morning. I mean, I had not had that with anybody in a long time. So I just thought it was cute, and that's why I did it. But it was that kind of cat and mouse kind of thing our conversations would be. You know, he was very, very evasive, you know.
That's
Hey,
the
listen,
great,
guys, this is a little, go ahead, Sharon. No, you go ahead.
that's the great thing about dating. You know, you learn things about the opposite sex and you learn about yourself. You know, when I've had someone tell me that something that I said made them kind of like take a second look at me or think like maybe this is not going to work. And then I had that person explain what I said. And then when they played the tape back to me, I was like, okay, well, I guess I could have said that differently. And now I'm more mindful. You know, just the whole dating is collecting data, and people are collecting data on YouTube. And you learn about yourself in this process of how you might come across.
Oh, absolutely. Because you'll say something, because we don't really hear ourselves when we're talking. So what Sharon just said in terms of playing back the tape, you now hear yourself actually what you said, and you're surprised that that's how you sounded to that person. So that's good. That's good energy, because it definitely helps you develop and grow as an individual when you're in a relationship. So that's good energy right there.
I think that the kisses, he was asking you if you liked the kiss. Maybe he thought it was a little bit forward. Because sometimes, you know, those emojis can be, when you first talk to somebody, you get those kisses or the hearts and different things. It's like, okay, I guess they send those to everybody.
Exactly. That's what I say, Wendy.
You can misinterpret them.
Yeah, because everyone, and that's why sometimes texting isn't always the best mode of communication. So guys, we are running out of time. We just got a few more minutes. I know. But you know, we've got next week to come back and chat some more, because I wanted to ask, this was all going off script, but
yes, because you wanted to ask us.
Someone mentioned, did you have you ran into someone that doesn't like to kiss anytime during your life? Because I have, and that's hard, because it's like, who doesn't like to kiss? But people really don't like to kiss. Some people don't.
I had a girlfriend that didn't like to kiss, so that's why I know that.
And they don't like to change. So, well, now changing saliva might be a little questionable, but in the past, I mean, no, I met this guy really, and he kept his lips closed. I said,
what? That's like baby kissing.
It's very important to me.
It's very important. The man kissed with his lips closed. I never, ever.
And you ask him about it, and
you know what he said? He didn't like exchanging saliva. And this was years ago, not recently. He actually said he did not like exchanging saliva because he didn't think that it was good hygiene. I said, okay, now.
He might have been a germaphobe or something.
He was, but that's weird. Yeah, he's got to go find that same woman that's equal to that whole mindset, because that was not me. I'm going to exchange some saliva. I'm sorry. Anyone else? No, okay. All right, well,
But wait,
ladies.
I'm sorry, Chrissy, you had said that we were going to talk about men, why men like younger women.
Oh, you know what? And we know, since we're running out of time, but
And
let's keep that up for next week, guys. I did want to talk about that because we find that, well, I found that older men like younger women for different things. You know, and I had said the one thing that I found out is a lot of older men like younger women if they've been married, especially. They don't want to get married again. They just really want to have a good time, hang out, and have fun. And I'll just give you this real quick synopsis, real quick. I know someone who has a friend, and these two gentlemen are in their probably 60s, and both are retired. So the one gentleman, he literally has a call girl because he doesn't want to get married again. He didn't want to live with anybody. He has a call girl come to his house once or twice a month to satisfy his needs.
It's like Pretty Woman. That's like Pretty Woman, the movie.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much, right?
But like that gospel sitcom, Greenleaf, one of those older guys did the same thing.
Really?
Oh, okay. I never watched Greenleaf, but really, maybe that's where this guy got it from. I don't know, but he didn't want to get married or do it.
He didn't want any attachment.
No, he
And what's that
have his
book?
sexual desire satisfied. So that's another reason, you know, that men probably want younger women because they're younger women are doing those kinds of things. So.
Chrissy, Strictly Business. Remember the brother in Strictly Business? He always wanted a call girl until he found the Jamaican girl that turned his world around.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, you don't remember.
I've seen Strictly Business, but I don't remember.
No, but I mean, we read the books.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
He
That was
had to have a
we
different
read.
call girl all the time to satisfy.
You are absolutely right. Until he had one woman that turned him out. When I say turned him out for a long time.
Long time.
So let's talk about that next week. That's a real interesting topic because I think that's one of the things that makes it difficult for women over 50 to meet men as well, because they're all looking for something different. They've been married, they don't want to settle down, they just want to have fun, you know, and a lot of us, I mean, like all of us, we've never been married. So, you know, that's something that I would still like to be a part of, you know, in this life. And I'm not sure you ladies would like the same thing as well. Or if nothing else, to have well, Bonnie, I'm sorry, Bonnie was married, yes. But we all want some permanency in a companion, you know what I mean? Would you not, when you say that, ladies?
Oh, I think so.
Oh,
but I also think that pink pill got a lot to do with it. Is it pink, blue? You know the pill.
Blue. You mean blue, huh?
The blue pill?
Yeah.
The blue pill. I think that has a lot to do with it also.
With what?
So with men wanting younger women. Because now they can do what they want to do. They can get that erection with that pill.
Oh, so you're saying because of Viagra, they can last longer, so they can have a more enjoyable sexual experience. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons also that they go towards a younger woman, you know.
That definitely could be. Oh. All right, ladies, any final thoughts?
No, have a good week.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
Let's level up this week, ladies.
Yes.
I'm leveling up.
Have some stories to tell.
Before we go, is anybody doing online dating? I know, Bonnie, you are. You met the real pervert, but I'm just kidding.
Not active.
A little half-heartedly, yeah, a little bit.
How about you, Sharon?
I'm on there. I just haven't had any successful dates at this point.
Well, I'm going to get on this week. I keep saying that I'm going to get on one of those sites and see what happens. Because you got to be in it to, you know, you have to be in it to be seen, I guess, kind of thing.
This is true.
I mean, it's been a hard way to meet people through people, you know, so.
Well, especially now with COVID, you know, what were you going to say, Sharon?
That's part of it, you know, definitely online dating and just getting out in general, getting out of the house. And just being out, period.
Even during COVID, get out, just be careful, wear your mask when you need to wear your mask, and, you know, be careful who you're around, too many people at one time. So, all right, ladies, have a good week, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.
All
Next
right.
week.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.